Here we presents the top 5 best Canon lenses. Starting at number 5, Canon f35mm f1. 4L II USM. In this winner of the ISA Professional DSLR Lens 2016 to 2017, it is difficult to recognize the wide angle. The eye here is 70 focal length millimeters. And he weighs fairly, almost 800 grams. This was the result of using 14 lenses in the lens, which in turn promises a low level of distortion. Marking immediately gives out a representative of the top series. Even if you do not look at the price, L points to first-class optics, USM, to ultrasonic focusing system. And the lens came out excellent, only on diaphragms less than 2.8 visibly vigneting, on all others the level of distortion is insensible. A soft side perfectly complements the high clarity of the image at the focal point beyond the depth of field boundaries. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4, Canon 400mm f5. 6L USM. But now we have a thoroughbred telephoto lens without the possibility of changing the focal length, and what's more, 400mm is a lot for the full size. On the crumbled of the same matrix they will turn into all 600. Take pictures of craters on the moon? Why not naturally? For such focal length the light intensity is paid. For filming in low light we'll need a camera with a very good sensor. The lens itself loves bright light, and it is noticeable, not only by color rendering, but also by changing the sharpness of the image. Not surprisingly, on most of the frames showing the operation of f400mm f5. 6L USM, you can see the African savanna. It's actually the most comfortable element for him. Halfway of my listed number 3, Canon 24 to 105mm F4L is II. Another Tipple laureate, and the newly made, his award in the nomination Best DSLR Standard Zoom Lens, he received this year. A wide range of focal lengths is achieved by using 17 lenses divided into 12 groups. However, it was necessary to suffer light power. It is even less than the good old Soviet Helios, but functionality, of course, is incomparable. It is important to have an active optical stabilizer. When shooting from hands, it will allow making much more quality shots. Compared to the previous version, the aperture mechanism has been improved. It now has 10 rounded petals, which has a positive impact on the possibility of using the lens in portrait photography. Fans of video shooting on the camera should take into account that to work with zoom directly when shooting this lens is not very good. During zoom the focus slightly. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. Coming in at number 2, Canon 135mm f2. 0L USM. A portrait telephoto lens? Yes, f135mm f2L USM is ambiguous, but it is loved by portrait photographers. Almost everything we said about Canon lens rating leader is right for him. Moreover, only the sophisticated eye will find in the finished photo the characteristic differences of these two lenses, and almost half the price will encourage many to come to terms with the non-standard for portrait shooting focal distance. For the 135mm lens, there is an excellent luminous intensity, and the versatility of this optics is also worthy of respect. Thanks to its long focus, it allows you to take photos of distant, fast-moving objects on the small shutter speeds, and at the same time a round diaphragm gives an excellent background blur, valuable for the portraits. And number 1. Canon 50mm f1. 4 USM. Pleasant in the drawing, and light nifty 50 from Canon, does not contain anything particularly interesting in the design, middle as it is. It has excellent sharpness. Someone even uses soft filters with him when shooting a portrait. Well, very even a decent light is useful, not only as an end in itself, but also will allow to focus in limited light even the owners of not the newest cameras, where autofocus sensors are blind. For crop cameras, by the way, it becomes especially attractive as a portrait. It is often bought for this purpose. On a full frame, it, as befits a nifty 50, is quite universal for every day, and small dimensions with moderate weight contribute to this. Since we started talking about portraits, the lens has enough strong points in this regard. Good detail in the zone grip, color rendering, beautiful working off bokeh. It is not to take away from him. The popularity of the lens allows you to find a lot of photos in this genre. When searching by model on the same 500px or Flickr, you can see for yourself. But, covering the diaphragm, Bear in mind that then you may have to work with retouch. The micro contrast of the lens becomes pronounced, emphasizing all the slightest skin defects. Or go back to the 2 paragraphs above, where we remembered about the soft filters the character of the lens has, so at least take it for a test drive by familiar ones is worth. It is likely that f50mm f1. 4 USM you will like. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.